Today, 12th of January 2019. The news headline: Stop Nnamdi Kanu with a DNA test. I have waited for this long to put an end to this whole argument and drama. I am here to help the federal government shame, disgrace Nnamdi Kanu and end the agitation for Biafra by IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigeria government have invested billions of naira trying to stop Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to end the agitation for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu, being born for this purpose, did not abandon his cross but accepted the pains, having been told of the beautiful end. Nnamdi Kanu started his ministry traveling from city to city, country to country, gathering the lost sheep of Biafra. He loved Biafra and Biafrans more than his family, to the extent that he is willing to offer his family to have Biafra restored and established. Like any other flesh and blood, he's no perfect human, but so committed to the divine task of restoring Biafra. All he dreams every day is the restoration of Biafra, the kingdom of heaven on earth, a land filled with milk and honey where everyone will be equal in the eyes of the law. He rejected comfort and embraced discomfort for Biafra. His hands and feet were chained, he got locked up, tortured and died many times for Biafra, and was revived and restored back to life by Elohim as a Chukwuokike that sent him for this purpose. Nnamdi Kanu does not act or speak on his own. He obeys and follows the instructions of the Most Highest as a Chukwuokike. Nnamdi is fearless and brave before his enemies. He threatened in the Federal High Court in 2016 that Buhari cannot jail him, and even called him a madman. When no one could speak, he was courageous and bravely he declared to the world in 2017 that Buhari is dead and was replaced by an impostor from Sudan called Jubril, and the cabal sent the military to eliminate him. In the process, 28 brave Biafrans died, including Jack, his pet dog. Nnamdi Kanu disappeared for 12 good months without communication and was recently spotted in Jerusalem at the Jerusalem Wailing Wall, and consistently every Saturday he has been broadcasting insisting that the man in Aso Rock is not Buhari but an impostor from Sudan with the name Jubril Aminu al-Sudani, with scientific evidence to back his claims. One would expect that, with the concrete and unavoidable scientific evidence provided by Nnamdi Kanu, that the Nigeria media would go into investigations and prove him wrong with facts and results, but they, as their nature is, being lazy and unproductive, decided out of hatred to write against Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB without proofs. A country where there are professors and learned men and women, an important allegation as this is raised with glaring and obvious evidence and no one is asking questions. All of a sudden Buhari is shorter than he was in 2015. He is now much younger than a 75-year-old. His palm marks changed. He cannot speak his native Fulfulde again. Impotence to reset the security settings in the late Buhari's office, which include his voice and fingerprints. Jubril was kept in Dora until the door security was reset and he was allowed into the office and resumed his contract of impersonation. He was kept away from the press and Federal Executive Council meetings for some time to allow him master and learn how to preside over the meeting. He was always reintroduced to his own ministers. The thieving former secretary of the Federation once said, "Who is the presidency?" Despite all these signs, Nigerians are still dumb and can't ask for a probe to unveil this 21st century Fulani fraud. Nnamdi Kanu has been tweeting world leaders and the international community about this Jubril monumental fraud. Top media houses are already investigating it. IPOB has saturated social media with revelations unmasking the young man Jubril, said to be from Al-Qadri in Sudan. There's tension in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are not giving up until Jubril is finally unmasked, while all those involved are arrested and jailed for fraud, and finally Nigeria shall collapse. What surprises me is that the Nigeria government is not buying into the opportunity to end the IPOB agitation. Arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for deception and character assassination even in Israel, where he is given stay and protection, and send him to prison and close down all IPOB offices all over the world, and the agitation will end. Very simple, let them come out and conduct a world-recognized DNA test on Jubril to prove Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB wrong. They will never do it because the man in Aso Rock is not late Muhammadu Buhari but an imposter from Sudan. The challenge is on your court, take a dunk and score. Published by Nwewuchi Akwu Abuka. For Amachi Akwu Writers. News source, www.bbafritlograph.com